Good morning. It's Miriam Pinellas with Chassidus Medicine. Today is the 25th day of the Omer. We are counting up to Shavuos and working and healing to refine, elevate, and transform ourselves to become vessels for the Torah. We're in the week of Netzach. Today's godly attribute that we are learning about and hoping to connect with, embody, is Netzach, Netzach. It's the Netzach in Netzach. So we've defined Netzach as endurance, the ability to withstand life, challenges, goals, and also victory, Netzach, right? So many Tehillim start with the victorious, to become victorious in something. And Netzach also means eternal. And when we speak of eternity, we're speaking about the soul, the aspect of us that is eternal, the aspect of life that is always. Things in life come and go. Victories that we have come and go. And it's when we bring the internal aspect of self, which is the soul, where we can have lasting change and lasting victory. And this is explained by the Balvavi in his book, Getting to Know Your Soul. I'll send a picture to the chat. That when we bring the deepest level of soul into our healing and into our work, that we bring eternity and lasting change. And when I think about my healing journey and what's helped me most and what's been a steady support all along, it's Chassidus, it's the Tzaddikim, and it's Hashem. And today is a day of Netzach, of eternity. And for me today, preparing for this, I decided to what came to me was them. The love of the tzaddikim, the leaders of our generations from the beginning of time, who have been there, whose lives were for their people, for the nation, whose love was immense and eternal, who teach us about the love of God and the importance of each of our lives here in this world. And over the last 20 plus years, it's their teachings and guidance that have supported me to bring light into darkness. Whether that's with studying about their lives or reading their stories. The stories and the teachings that tzaddikim give over are not just information, they're lasting change, and they're medicine, they're actual medicine. And many have said of themselves that their stories, especially Rabbi Nachman of Breslov, said that his stories he wrote to wake people up from their slumber, wake up their souls, right, to deep, so that we can access that deep, lasting healing of the soul. And so I encourage you today, if you can, and I'll send one to the chat, to read a Chassidic story. They're full of healing stories, so they're very inspirational and they bring a lot of hope. But I believe the stories themselves and connecting to the tzaddik too is a lift and is a chizuk, is a strength for us as we walk our paths. The story I'll send to you comes from Dr. Rabbi Avraham Tursky, who wrote this book for Chassidic masters, and he writes in the introduction about the importance and the benefit of studying the Chassidic masters, and how they wake us up to our true selves. And Rabbi Tursky writes how he's written so many books about self-esteem and how he sees that as the core of a lot of our pain and challenge of us not really knowing who we are, and how reading these stories reminds us, wakes us up to who we really are. And who we really are is soul. It's so much bigger than we know. And we're not doing this alone. Today being the day of endurance and victory and eternity, we can remember also we're standing on the shoulders of our ancestors, all the souls that came before us, who were doing this work too, who were healing and overcoming challenges and accomplishing goals. And especially this ultimate goal of fighting for justice and truth, and the battle of light, of the light being victorious over the darkness. B'ezrat Hashem, soon we should see the ultimate victory of light overcoming and permeating the darkness with Mashiach coming. Wishing you all a very strong, very blessed, and very comforted day.